Chapter 1 A Tale of Tales. Hello, I am Kittu Kangaroo. You must have seen me in the zoo. I jump around a lot. I use my tail to keep my balance. Hello, I am Chippy Cow. I am very useful to you. I give you milk. I use my tail to drive away the irritating flies.
Hello, I am Snoopy Squirrel. I have a beautiful bushy tail. My tail helps me run up and down the tree without falling down.
Hello, I am Aldo Alligator. I have a big and strong tail. I use my tail to fight off my enemies.
Hello, I am Monty Monkey. I jump from tree to tree. I use my long tail to hang on the branches of trees. It works like a hand for me. Hello, I am Dingo Dog. I am always faithful to you. I am your best friend also. I wag my tail to show my love for you.
Chapter 2 A Talking Rabbit. Meet my grandmother. She is old but very active. She is very fond of gardening. She has planted many flowers, fruits, and vegetables in her garden. Her favorite vegetable is carrot. She plants it every year so that she can have them in plenty in the winter season. She uses her own grown carrots to make many delicious dishes for the whole family. One day, Granny was picking some carrots for dinner. She saw a rabbit hopping in the garden. "Oh, rabbit!" The rabbit looked at the granny and asked,
Can I have a carrot, please?
I have only 6 carrots left in the garden. I plan to use them for dinner. I have not met you before. I don't even know you.
Sorry, I have come here for the first time. Your carrots look so tasty and fresh.
By this time, Granny had started finding the rabbit very sweet.
You are a nice rabbit. You can take these 2 carrots for yourself and your family.
Wow, Granny! Thank you so much. See you in the next season.
The rabbit ran away with the carrots. Granny was left wondering if she had really spoken to a rabbit. Chapter 3. Brave Columbus. Most people thought that the earth was flat during the time of Christopher Columbus. Columbus and a few others from Portugal thought that the earth was round. Columbus knew a lot about ships and the seas as he was a cartographer. He wanted to sail around the world in a ship of his own. Columbus did not have money to build his own ship, so he asked the King of Portugal and the kings of other countries to help him. He promised to bring back rich silks, gems, and other treasures from the east for them, but all the kings refused to help him. At last, Queen Isabella of Spain felt sorry for him. She decided to help Columbus. She got 3 ships and some sailors for him. Columbus set sail west across the Atlantic Ocean with those 3 ships. Many people thought that the ships would never come back. Some of them thought that the earth was flat and the ships would sail to the end and fall off. Others thought that the ships would get lost as there were no maps to tell the directions. The journey that Christopher Columbus made was long and hard. He was brave and so were many of his crew members, but some of the crew members were afraid. As time went by, more and more of the crew members became afraid. They wanted to return, but Columbus refused. Just when some of them decided to listen to Columbus, they saw land. They had come to an island. Columbus thought that he had reached the west coast of India. However, it was not India, but one of the islands we now call the West Indies. As no one had travelled to the west till then, no one knew about the big islands of North and South America. I wonder why the grass is green and why the wind is never seen. Who taught the birds to build a nest and told the trees to take a rest? Oh, when the moon is not quite round, where can the missing bit be found? Who lights the stars when the sun blows out and makes the lightning flash about? Who paints the rainbow in the sky and hangs the fluffy clouds so high? Why is it now, do you suppose, that Dad won't tell me if he knows? Jeannie Kirby. Chapter 4. Witty Birbal. There are many famous stories about Birbal and Emperor Akbar. But do you know how Birbal became one of the 9 gems of Akbar's court? Once Birbal heard that Akbar awarded wise people, so he wanted to meet him. One day he went to the palace to meet Akbar. At the gate of the palace, he was stopped by a guard. The guard asked him, "Where are you going? Whom do you want to meet?" Birbal told him that he wanted to meet Emperor Akbar, but the guard did not let him enter the palace. The guard wanted money in return for giving Birbal permission to see the emperor, but Birbal had no money to pay him. He said, "If the emperor is pleased with me, I will give you half of what I receive from him." He was permitted by the guard to go in. Birbal was witty and intelligent. Soon he was able to get a place in the heart of Akbar and became his favorite. Akbar was pleased with Birbal and said, "I will give you anything you ask for. What do you want?" At this, Birbal said, "Your Majesty, kindly whip me 100 times." Akbar was surprised to hear this strange request. He asked, "Do you really want to be whipped?" "Yes, Your Majesty," said Birbal. Akbar ordered a soldier to whip Birbal. When Birbal was about to be whipped, he shouted, "Stop!" Akbar asked, "What happened?
Have you changed your mind? Birbal said. No, Your Majesty. I have promised to give a friend half of what I receive from you. May I have your permission to call him? Birbal got permission to call the guard inside the palace. Akbar was surprised when the guard came in. Birbal said, Your Majesty, this is the guard who did not let me enter your palace until I promised to give him half of what I would receive from you. Akbar understood everything. He became flushed with rage. He ordered, Let him have the whole prize. The guard was whipped 100 times. The emperor made Birbal one of his ministers. He held a special place in the court of Akbar. Chapter 5. Help the Needy. Harshit and Yash are good friends. They always celebrate New Year with great joy. They buy gifts on the eve of every New Year to exchange with each other and to give other friends too. They wanted to do something new for the previous New Year. On the eve of New Year, they went to the market to buy gifts. They were very happy with the gifts they bought. On the way back home, they saw a poor boy wearing torn clothes. He was standing near a sweet shop. He wanted sweets, but the shopkeeper was not paying any attention to him as the boy had no money to buy sweets with. The boy walked off sadly when the shopkeeper did not pay attention to him. Harshit and Yash understood everything. They followed the boy and saw him entering an orphanage. They came home and told their mothers about the poor boy. They wanted to share their gifts with the children at the orphanage. Their mothers gave them some sweets, clothes, and shoes to take to the orphanage. The next day was New Year Day. Both the friends got together and went to the orphanage. They took with them sweets, clothes, and other gifts. They presented the gifts to the children there and wished them a happy New Year. The children at the orphanage were very happy with the gifts. This was the happiest New Year for both the friends. They felt very happy to have spent time at the orphanage. Chapter 6. Our Motherland. The country in which we are born and with which we have a feeling of strong emotional connection is called our motherland. We live in India, so India is our motherland. India is also called Bharat and Hindustan. India is a land of mountains, forests, and rivers. Pious rivers like the Ganga and the Yamuna flow here. In the north, there are the ranges of the Himalayan mountains. There are dense forests in these mountains. Many medicinal plants and trees grow here. We get a variety of fruits, vegetables, medicines, and herbs from these plants and trees. These forests are a home to many types of birds and wild animals. Peacocks, lions, elephants, tigers, etc. are found here. To the south of India is the Indian Ocean. There are 29 states and 7 union territories in India. Jammu and Kashmir is in the north. Tamil Nadu is in the south. West Bengal is in the east. Gujarat is in the west. Jammu and Kashmir is called paradise on earth. People of different religions and cultures live here in peace. The Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and Christians live here harmoniously and celebrate every festival with great enthusiasm and fervor. New Delhi is the capital of India. The President, Prime Minister, and other ministers live here. There are many famous buildings in India. Some of them are the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the Parliament House, the Red Fort, Qutub Minar, India Gate, the Supreme Court, Jantar Mantar, Akshardham Temple, and Jama Masjid in Delhi. The Jama Masjid is the biggest mosque in India.
Other important cities of India are Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, and Bengaluru. In olden days, there were many great kings who ruled our country. Ashoka, Akbar, Harshvardhan, etc. were some of them. Later, the British ruled over India. The Indian people were like slaves under the British rule. There were many great leaders who fought against the British rule. Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and Lala Lajpat Rai were some of the important leaders. Our motherland got freedom from the British rule on August 15, 1947 due to the efforts of countless freedom fighters. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became our first Prime Minister and hoisted the tricolour, Tiranga, at the Red Fort in Delhi. This is why on this day, every year, we celebrate Independence Day. India adopted her own constitution on January 26, 1950 and became a republic. Now, our motherland is independent and we should all strive to keep it so. As a good citizen, we should love our motherland and work for the progress of our country. Chapter 1. Adverbs. An adverb is a word which tells more about a verb. Read the given examples. The girl sings sweetly. The dog barks loudly. In sentence 1, the word sweetly tells us how the girl sings. In sentence 2, the word loudly tells us how the dog barks. The adverbs sweetly and loudly answer the question how. They are adverbs of manner. Most adverbs are made by adding ly to the words. Some adverbs tell us where the action took place. These adverbs are called adverbs of place. Read the examples. The boy waited outside. The plane went up. The words outside and up are adverbs of place. Some adverbs tell us when the action takes place. These adverbs are called adverbs of time. Read the examples. It is raining today. He got up late. The words today and late show the time when the action takes place. They are adverbs of time. Chapter 2. Uses of can and cannot. Read the following sentences to understand the usage of can and cannot. Can you swim? Yes, I can. Can you fly? No, I cannot. Can is used to talk about someone's ability to do something. Cannot is used to talk about something you are not able to do. Can and cannot are always followed by a verb in its simple form. Can plus swim is equal to can swim. Cannot plus fly is equal to cannot fly. Chapter 3. Articles. A, an, and the are called articles. The articles a and an are used only before singular countable nouns. The is used with plural nouns also. We use a before words beginning with consonant sounds. Read the example. A mango, a girl, a dog, a boy, a tree, a tortoise, a table, a flower. We use an before words beginning with vowel sounds. A, E, I, O, U. Read the examples. An apple, an egg, an ox, an orange, an X, an ant, an umbrella, an aeroplane. Let us learn how to use the article the. We use the before a noun which is only one of its kind. For example, the sun gives us light. We use the before a noun already known to us. For example, the wall is high. We use the before names of rivers and mountains. For example, the Ganga is a long river. The Himalayas are very high. We use the before historical buildings. For example, the Taj Mahal is in Agra. Chapter 4. Sentences. A group of words which makes complete sense is called a sentence. Read the following groups of words. Works Rohan hard score to good marks. Very he tired is. Do the above groups of words make sense? Do they have any meaning? No, they do not make sense. They do not have any meaning. Now look at the following groups of words. Rohan works hard to score good marks. He is very tired. Now, the above groups of words make sense. They are, therefore, called sentences. Subject and predicate. We can divide a sentence into two parts, subject, predicate. The person or thing we talk about in a sentence is called the subject of the sentence. For example, the boy hit the ball. In the above sentence, we are talking about a boy. The boy is the subject. All that we say about the subject is called the predicate of the sentence. In the above sentence, hit the ball is the predicate. Read the subject and predicate in the following sentences carefully. Subject, predicate. I went to Kolkata. She dances beautifully. The birds are chirping. The mango is ripe. Chapter 5. Capital letters and punctuations. Capital letter. Let us learn how to use the capital letter. A sentence always begins with a capital letter. You are my best friend. Proper nouns begin with a capital letter. New Delhi is the capital of India. Names of the days of the week begin with a capital letter. She came to my house on Friday. Names of the months of the year begin with a capital letter. He will come in May. Names of mountains begin with a capital letter. The Himalayas lie in the north. Names of rivers begin with a capital letter. The Ganga is a very long river. Punctuation marks. Full stop, comma, semicolon, questions mark, etc. are called punctuation marks. In this chapter, we will study about the uses of full stop and question mark. Full stop, question mark. A simple sentence ends with a full stop. For example, we play cricket every Sunday. He is a good player. A sentence that asks a question ends with a question mark. For example, what are you doing? Are you okay? Chapter 6. Conjunctions. Conjunctions are words which are used to join two words or two sentences. For example, and, but, and, or. And joins two different words or sentences together. But is used to join sentences that have opposite ideas. Or is used to join words or sentences when we want to give a choice. Read the examples given below. Varun and Tarun are friends. Himanshu is tall, but his brother is short. You can take milk or juice. Is the ball big or small? In the above sentences, the words and, but, and, or have been used to join words or sentences together. Chapter 7. Contractions. When two words are shortened to make one word, an apostrophe is used to indicate that a letter or letters have been taken out. The word thus formed is called contraction or short form. Let us read the examples. I am, I'm. He is, his. You are, your. They are, their. We have, we have. We are, we are. She is, she's. It is, it's. I have, I've. You have, you've. Chapter 10. Comprehension. Read the following passage carefully. Nina is happy today. She is going for a picnic with her schoolmates. Her mummy packs her a small bag with many things to eat and drink, like wafers, biscuits, chocolates, cold drink bottles, etc. Nina is going by the school bus. The children reach a beautiful picnic spot outside city. There is a lake with trees all around. There are birds of all kinds and colors. There are many people at the picnic spot. Nina and her friends watch the birds. They play all kinds of games. They enjoy their snacks and drinks. They take rest. Now it is time for a boat ride. The boat ride is real fun. Nina returns home with sweet memories of the picnic. Chapter 1. Multiplication. Adding the same number several times is called repeated addition. Repeated addition of the same number is called multiplication. Look, read, and learn. There are 2 groups of pens and each group has 3 pens. Clearly we have 3 plus 3 is equal to 6 pens. So 3 taken 2 times is equal to 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. We write it as 3 into 2 is equal to 6. We say that 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to 6. In other words, we say that the product of 3 and 2 is 6. 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to 6 is called a multiplication fact. There are 3 groups of 5 oranges each. Clearly we have 5 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 15 oranges. So 5 taken 3 times is equal to 5 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 15. We write it as 5 multiplied 3 is equal to 15. We say that 5 multiplied by 3 is equal to 15. In other words, we say that the product of 5 and 3 is 15. 5 multiplied 3 is equal to 15 is called a multiplication fact. Multiplication tables. Before going through the chapter, let us revise the multiplication tables which we have learned in class 1. Table of 2. 2 into 1 is equal to 2. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. 2 into 3 is equal to 6. 2 into 4 is equal to 8. 2 into 5 is equal to 10. 2 into 6 is equal to 12. 2 into 7 is equal to 14. 2 into 8 is equal to 16. 2 into 9 is equal to 18. 2 into 10 is equal to 20. Table of 3. 3 into 1 is equal to 3. 3 into 2 is equal to 6. 3 into 3 is equal to 9. 3 into 4 is equal to 12. 3 into 5 is equal to 15. 3 into 6 is equal to 18. 3 into 7 is equal to 21. 3 into 8 is equal to 24. 3 into 9 is equal to 27. 3 into 10 is equal to 30. Table of 4. 4 into 1 is equal to 4. 4 into 2 is equal to 8. 4 into 3 is equal to 12. 4 into 4 is equal to 16. 4 into 5 is equal to 20. 4 into 6 is equal to 24. 4 into 7 is equal to 28.
4 into 8 is equal to 32. 4 into 9 is equal to 36. 4 into 10 is equal to 40. Table of 5. 5 into 1 is equal to 5. 5 into 2 is equal to 10. 5 into 3 is equal to 15. 5 into 4 is equal to 20. 5 into 5 is equal to 25. 5 into 6 is equal to 30. 5 into 7 is equal to 35. 5 into 8 is equal to 40. 5 into 9 is equal to 45. 5 into 10 is equal to 50. Table of 6. Look and learn. 6 into 1 is equal to 6. 6 into 2 is equal to 12. 6 into 3 is equal to 18. 6 into 4 is equal to 24. 6 into 5 is equal to 30. 6 into 6 is equal to 36. 6 into 7 is equal to 42. 6 into 8 is equal to 48. 6 into 9 is equal to 54. 6 into 10 is equal to 60. Table of 7. 7 into 1 is equal to 7. 7 into 2 is equal to 14. 7 into 3 is equal to 21. 7 into 4 is equal to 28. 7 into 5 is equal to 35. 7 into 6 is equal to 42. 7 into 7 is equal to 49. 7 into 8 is equal to 56. 7 into 9 is equal to 63. 7 into 10 is equal to 70. Table of 8. Look and learn. 8 into 1 is equal to 8. 8 into 2 is equal to 16. 8 into 3 is equal to 24. 8 into 4 is equal to 32. 8 into 5 is equal to 40. 8 into 6 is equal to 48. 8 into 7 is equal to 56. 8 into 8 is equal to 64. 8 into 9 is equal to 72. 8 into 10 is equal to 80. Table of 9. 9 into 1 is equal to 9. 9 into 2 is equal to 18. 9 into 3 is equal to 27. 9 into 4 is equal to 36. 9 into 5 is equal to 45. 9 into 6 is equal to 54. 9 into 7 is equal to 63. 9 into 8 is equal to 72. 9 into 9 is equal to 81. 9 into 10 is equal to 90. Table of 10. Look and learn. 10 into 1 is equal to 10. 10 into 2 is equal to 20. 10 into 3 is equal to 30. 10 into 4 is equal to 40. 10 into 5 is equal to 50. 10 into 6 is equal to 60. 10 into 7 is equal to 70. 10 into 8 is equal to 80. 10 into 9 is equal to 90. 10 into 10 is equal to 100. Multiplication on the number line. Let us find 5 into 7 with the help of a number line. Starting from 0, count in fives by the method of skip counting. After the 7th skip, stop. The number where you stop is 35. On repeated addition, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 35. In multiplication form, it is written as 5 into 7 is equal to 35. Hence, the product of 5 and 7 is 35. Multiplication on the grid. Multiplication facts. Two numbers multiplied in any order will give the same answer. Examples: 8 into 4 is equal to 4 into 8 is equal to 32. 6 into 5 is equal to 5 into 6 is equal to 30. A number multiplied by 1 is equal to the number itself. Examples: 5 into 1 is equal to 5. 10 into 1 is equal to 10. A number multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. Examples: 6 into 0 is equal to 0. 9 into 0 is equal to 0. Multiplication of a two-digit number by a one-digit number without carrying. Let us multiply 33 by 2. Step 1. Place the numbers in their respective columns. Step 2. Multiply the ones column digit and write the answer. Step 3. Multiply the tens column digit and write the answer. Thus, 33 into 2 is equal to 66. Chapter 2. Division. Equal sharing. Let us distribute 8 bananas among 4 children. First, give 1 banana to each child. Give 1 more banana to each child. Now, there is no banana left. We say that 8 bananas have been distributed equally among 4 children, each getting 2 bananas. Equal grouping. Suppose we have a bunch of 12 flowers and we want to make equal bunches of 3 flowers each. We can do this as shown below in the pictures. In this example, 12 flowers have been divided equally in 4 bunches of 3 flowers each. We write 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. It reads as 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Is the symbol of division. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4 is a division fact. Division facts. A number divided by 1 is equal to the number itself. Examples: 10 divided by 1 is equal to 10. 6 divided by 1 is equal to 6. A number divided by itself gives the result 1. Examples: 8 divided by 8 is equal to 1. 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. 0 divided by any number gives the result 0. Examples: 0 divided by 2 is equal to 0. 0 divided by 7 is equal to 0. Division as repeated subtraction. By subtracting repeatedly, we can divide one number by another. Divide 12 books among 4 children. 12 minus 4 is equal to 8. 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. We have subtracted 4 from 12 3 times. Thus, 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. Division on a number line. A number line can also be used for division. Let us divide 18 by 3 using the number line. 18 is to be divided by 3. So, starting from 18, count backwards, skipping 3 units each time. Stop when you reach 0. Total number of skips is 6. Thus, 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. Relation between multiplication and division. As we know that division is the opposite of multiplication. In multiplication, equal sets are put together to form the numbers, whereas in division,
we divide objects or things into equal sets. 4 into 3 is equal to 12. 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Use of multiplication tables to find the answer of a division sum. Divide 32 by 8. Recite the multiplication table of 8 till we reach 32. Thus, 32 divided by 8 is equal to 4. 4 into 8 is equal to 32. Short form and long form of division. 15 mangoes are to be distributed among 5 monkeys equally. Each monkey gets 3 mangoes. We can express it by 2 methods. Method 1. 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. Method 2. 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. Method 1 is known as short form, whereas method 2 as long form. Terms related to division.
This relation helps us to check correction of division sum.
In a division sum, there are 3 terms: dividend, divisor, quotient. Example: 14 divided by 7 is equal to 2. Can be written in long form as follows. Here, divisor is equal to 7, dividend is equal to 14, quotient is equal to 2. The above terms are interrelated as dividend is equal to quotient into divisor. Solve 36 divided by 9 by long form method. Step 1. Arrange the numbers in the long form. Step 2. On reciting the table of 9, we find 9 into 4 is equal to 36. Step 3. Write it under the dividend and subtract. Step 4. Write the quotient 4 as shown. Step 5. Write 0 in the remainder. Thus, 36 divided by 9 is equal to 4. Thus, dividend is equal to 36. Divisor is equal to 9. And quotient is equal to 4. Check. Divisor into quotient is equal to 9 into 4 is equal to 36 is equal to dividend. Word problems. Divide 16 toy soldiers equally among 4 girls. How many toy soldiers does each girl get? 16 divided by 4 is equal to 4. Each girl gets 4 toy soldiers. Chapter 3. Geometry. Plane figures. Look at these shapes. There is only one face in a plane figure. The face has sides. The sides meet at the corners or vertices. Triangle, square, rectangle, oval, and circle are examples of plane figures. Description of plane figures. Triangle. A triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners called vertices. Examples are square. A square has 4 sides and 4 corners. All the sides of a square are equal. Examples are rectangle. A rectangle has 4 sides and 4 corners. The opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. Examples are circle. A circle has no sides and no corners. It is a closed curve. Examples are oval. An oval too has no sides and no corners. Examples are solid figures. Figures having more than one face are called solid figures. In the solid figures, the portion of an object we see and touch is called its surface. A surface can be flat or curved. The front of a blackboard, the top of a table, and the top of a book are examples of plane surfaces. A surface that is round rather than flat is called a curved surface. The surface of a tomato and a football are examples of curved surface. Solids with plane surfaces. Cuboid. A cuboid has 8 vertices, 12 edges and 6 faces. At least 4 faces of a cuboid are rectangular in shape. Opposite faces and opposite edges of a cuboid are equal. Examples are cube. A cube also has 6 faces, 8 vertices and 12 edges. All faces and edges are equal. Each face of a cube is a square. Examples are solids with curved surfaces. Sphere. A sphere has only one face, no edges and no corners, vertices. Examples are cone. A cone has one edge, 2 faces and 1 vertex. It has one curved surface and one plane surface. Examples are cylinder. A cylinder has 3 faces, 2 edges and no vertex. It has 2 plane surfaces and 1 curved surface. Examples are lines. Take a piece of paper, fold one side onto the opposite side, press it to get a crease, unfold it. The crease gives an idea of a line. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. When we move a pencil along the edge of a book, we get a line. Straight lines. The lines we get by drawing along the edges of the tabletop, the edges of a blackboard, and edges of a book are some examples of straight lines. Drawing a straight line. Put a ruler on a piece of paper and hold it firmly with one hand. With the other hand, hold and move a pencil along the edge of the ruler. Remove the pencil and the ruler and observe. The marking of the pencil on the paper is a straight line. Types of lines. There are 3 main types of straight lines: horizontal lines, vertical lines, slanting lines. Remember, drawing of lines using a ruler always gives straight lines. Curved lines. The lines which are not straight are called curved lines. The following lines are curved. Examples of curved lines. Lines we get by drawing along the edge of a bangle, coin, bottle cap, etc. are examples of curved lines. Chapter 4. Measuring length. When we find out how long an object is or how far an object is, we call it as its measuring length. Non-standard units of measuring length. In our day-to-day life, we measure the lengths of various objects such as an electric wire, cloth, rope, etc. In olden times, people used their body parts to measure the length of various objects. The length of the tabletop is 7 handspans. Width of the ribbon is 4 fingers. The length of the garden is 25 paces. The length of the wall is 4 cubits. These body parts differ from person to person. So, these are non-standard units of measuring length and distance. Standard units of measuring length. Read and learn. The 2 children measure the lengths of the same pencil in different ways. The length of the pencil is 5 paper clips. The length of the pencil is 3 keys. We find that both the children find different lengths of the pencil. To avoid these differences, we measure length with a unit which is same for everyone. This is called a standard unit of measurement. The standard unit of measuring length is meter. In short, it is written as m. To measure length, we use a wooden or iron rod called a meter rod. A meter rod is divided into 100 equal parts. The length of each part is called a centimeter. In short, it is written as cm. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. The height of the plant is about 1 meter. The length of the cloth is more than 1 meter. Using the meter rod, we can find the length of an object, the height of an object, and the distance between two objects. The following are other kinds of meter scales in use. It is a meter scale used by masons and carpenters. It is a meter scale used by tailors. Here is a ruler that you find in your geometry box. It is 15 centimeter long. The ruler is useful in measuring small distances and objects of smaller lengths and heights. How to use a ruler? To measure the length of an object using a ruler, we place the object alongside the ruler, with one end of the object at the 0 mark on the ruler. We take the reading at the other end of the object. This gives us the length of the object. A ruler, as shown above, gives us the length in centimeters. So, the length of the pencil is 12 centimeter. Addition of length measures. Add 40 meter 35 centimeter and 22 meter 41 centimeter. Step 1. Write the numbers under meter and centimeter columns. Step 2. Add the centimeter. 35 centimeter plus 41 centimeter is equal to 76 centimeter. Step 3. Add the meter. 40 meter plus 22 meter is equal to 62 meter. So the sum is 62 meter 76 centimeter. Subtraction of length measures. Subtract 74 meter 15 centimeter from 88 meter 36 centimeter. Step 1. Subtract the centimeter. 36 centimeter minus 15 centimeter is equal to 21 centimeter. Step 2. Subtract the meter. 88 meter minus 74 meter is equal to 14 meter. So the difference is 14 meter 21 centimeter. Chapter 5. Measuring weight. We weigh things to find out how heavy they are. Often we can tell the heavier or lighter things just by observing, holding, or using balance scales. We get different results for the weight of the same object. To weigh accurately, we use standard units of measurement. Standard units of measuring weight. When we purchase wheat, pulses, fruits, rice, etc., the shopkeeper measures them with the help of a balance and weights. He measures the weight of an object in kilograms. Small quantities are measured in grams. In short, we denote kilograms by kg and grams by g. 1000 grams make 1 kg. The following are different types of weights in use. 50 gram, 100 gram, 200 gram, 500 gram, 1 kilogram, 2 kilogram, 5 kilogram, 10 kilogram, 20 kilogram, 50 kilogram. Weight of a packet of sugar is 250 gram. 1000 gram is equal to 1 kilogram. Weight of the potatoes is 2 kilogram. Some other types of weighing scales are shown below. Addition of weight measures. We add units of weight in the following ways. Add 22 kilogram, 248 gram and 46 kilogram, 472 gram. Step 1. Arrange the numbers in respective columns. Step 2. Add the grams. 248 gram plus 472 gram is equal to 720 gram. Step 3. Add the kilograms. 22 kilogram plus 46 kilogram is equal to 68 kilogram. Thus, the sum is 68 kilogram 720 gram. Subtraction of weight measures. Subtract 18 kilogram 38 gram from 26 kilogram 340 gram. Step 1. Arrange the numbers in the respective columns. Step 2. Subtract the grams. 340 gram minus 38 gram is equal to 302 gram. Step 3. Subtract the kilograms. 26 kilogram minus 18 kilogram is equal to 8 kilogram. Thus, the difference is 8 kilogram 302 gram. Chapter 6. Measuring capacity. Substances like water, milk, oil, etc. are called liquid. The quantity of liquid that a vessel can hold is called its capacity. We can observe the capacity of a vessel by observing or by measuring. The cup holds less tea than the thermos. The two cups have an equal capacity. The jug holds more water than the glass. To measure the capacity of a container, say a bucket, we can use small vessels such as a jug, mug, glass or bottle as units of measurement. Look at the following examples. Suppose 7 jugs, 22 glasses or 12 mugs fill the bucket. Then we say that the capacity of the bucket is 7 times the capacity of the jug. The capacity of the bucket is 22 times the capacity of the glass. The capacity of the bucket is 12 times the capacity of the mug. We observe that using different vessels to measure the capacity of a bucket gives us different results. So, there is a need for some standard unit that gives the same result of measurement no matter who measures the capacity. The capacity of a vessel is expressed in liters. The capacity of a small vessel is expressed in milliliters. We denote liters by L and milliliters by ml. 1000 milliliters make 1 liter. 1000 milliliter is equal to 1 liter. Containers used for measuring milk are given below: 50 milliliter, 100 milliliter, 200 milliliter, 500 milliliter, 1 liter, 1000 milliliter, 2 liter, 2000 milliliter. Containers used for measuring petrol and other oils are given below: 50 milliliter, 100 milliliter, 200 milliliter, 500 milliliter, 1 liter, 2 liter, 5 liter. Addition of capacity measures.
Don't forget to write the correct units in your answer.
Let us add 46 liter, 250 milliliter and 38 liter, 400 milliliter. Step 1. Arrange the numbers in the respective columns, one below the other. Step 2. First add the milliliters, then add the liters. Answer is 84 liter, 650 milliliter. Subtraction of capacity measures. Let us subtract 15 liter, 300 milliliter from 27 liter, 450 milliliter. Step 1. Arrange the numbers in respective columns, one below the other. Step 2. First subtract the milliliters, then subtract the liters. Answer is 12 liter, 150 milliliter. Chapter 7. Time. A watch or a clock tells us the time. Look at the face or dial of the clock shown below. The face or dial of the clock is equally divided into 12 zones or divisions marked from the numbers 1 to 12. The clock has two hands, short hand and long hand. The long hand is called the minute hand. It takes 1 hour to complete the round of the clock. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. The short hand is called the hour hand. It takes 12 hours to complete the round of the clock. In the clock shown above, the hour hand is at 3 and the minute hand is at 12. We say that the time by the clock is 3 o'clock. In the clock shown on the right, the hour hand is at 9 and the minute hand is at 12. We say that the time by the clock is 9 o'clock. Half past. When the minute hand of a clock points to 6, the hour hand moves just halfway between two consecutive numbers. This is called half an hour or half past the hour. Look at this clock. The hour hand is between 5 and 6. The minute hand is at 6. The time is 5:30 or half past 5. Half an hour means 30 minutes. The clock shows that 30 minutes have passed after 5 o'clock. Quarter past. When the minute hand of a clock points to 3, the hour hand will slightly move from its position. This is called quarter of an hour or quarter past the hour. Look at this clock. The hour hand is little ahead of 1. The minute hand is at 3. The time is 1:15 or quarter past 1. That means 15 minutes have passed after 1 o'clock. Today, yesterday and tomorrow. Today is the present day. Yesterday is the day before the present day. Tomorrow is the day after the present day. Today, yesterday, tomorrow. Suppose today is the first day of your school in this week. It is obvious that the day must be Monday. Day before Monday is Sunday. So, on Monday, we say that it was Sunday yesterday. Day after Monday is Tuesday. So, on Monday we say that it will be Tuesday tomorrow. Similarly, on Saturday we say that today is Saturday. It was Friday yesterday and it will be Sunday tomorrow. Long and short duration. We observe in our daily life that some activities take a long time to finish, while some others take less time. We know roughly how long an activity will take to finish. Examples: taking breakfast takes a few minutes. The summer vacations are usually for 1.5 months. It takes 1 year from one Independence Day to another. Taking a bath takes about 10 minutes. Months of the year. There are 12 months in a year. These are serial number, names of the months, number of days. 1. January 31. 2. February 28 or 29. 3. March 31. 4. April 30. 5. May 31. 6. June 30. 7. July 31. 8. August 31. 9. September 30. 10. October 31. 11. November 30. 12. December 31. The year completely divisible by 4 is called a leap year. A leap year has 366 days. Year 2012 is divisible by 4. So, it was a leap year and its February month was of 29 days. The year which is not a leap year is called an ordinary year. An ordinary year has 365 days.
April, June, September and November have 30 days. Rest of the months have 31 days. February alone has 28 days in an ordinary year and 29 days in a leap year.
Calendar. Calendar is the record of all the dates and days of a year. Thus, it shows the months, weeks, and days in a year. Look at the calendar shown below. Seasons. The year is divided into 5 seasons. These seasons are autumn, spring, summer, rainy, winter. We can enjoy all the seasons in India. To understand these seasons, study the following table. Season comes in the month of, stays till the month of spring, March, April, summer, May, June, rains, July, September, autumn, October, November, winter, December, February. Chapter 8. Money. We need money to buy things that we need. In India, money is in the form of rupees and paise, which is counted in the form of coins and notes. The notes and coins which are in use are called currency. The coins we use are 50 paise, 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee, 10 rupees. The notes we use are 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 500 rupees, 2000 rupees. 1 rupee and more than 1 rupee is written in short as. Paise is written in short as P. Addition and subtraction of money. Addition. For adding two or more amounts of money, we simply add their numbers. Subtraction. For subtracting an amount of money from the bigger amount, we simply subtract their numbers. Chapter 1. States of water. Water exists in 3 forms or states: solid, ice, liquid, water, and gas, water vapor. The solid form of water is ice. Ice is frozen water. At normal temperature, the water is in liquid form. When water is heated, it changes into water vapor, gas. Ice changes into water. Keep some ice cubes in a plate. Put the plate in a warm place. After some time, you will find that the ice melts and changes into water. Water changes into steam. Take some water in a kettle. Ask an adult to place it on a stove. Look at the spout of the kettle. Steam or water vapor comes out of the spout of the kettle. When water is heated, it changes into steam or water vapor. Steam is the gaseous form of water. Steam changes into water. Hold a plate near the spout of the kettle filled with hot water. What do you see? You will see tiny drops of water on the plate. When steam touches something cold, it changes into little drops of water. Water changes into ice. Fill an ice tray with water. Put this tray in the freezer for 2 to 3 hours. You will find that the water changes into ice. Water cycle. The sun heats up the water in the ponds, lakes, rivers and seas. This water changes into water vapor. This is called evaporation. The water vapor goes high up in the sky. There, the water vapor cools down and forms clouds. When the clouds become too heavy to float in the air, they form drops, and these fall on the ground as rain. The rainwater flows back to ponds, lakes, rivers, seas, and oceans. It again gets heated up by the sun and goes up to form clouds. These clouds again form drops and fall on the earth as rain. This is called the water cycle. Points to remember. Ice is the solid form of water. Water is the liquid form of water. Steam is the gaseous form of water. When we heat water, it changes into steam. On cooling, steam changes into water. In nature, water keeps on changing its form. This is called the water cycle. Chapter 2. Earth, a unique planet. The Earth is considered a unique planet. Do you know why? Because it is the only planet on which life is possible. The Earth looks blue in color. What is the Earth made up of? The Earth is made up of water and land. About 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water and the rest is land. The Earth is surrounded by a layer of air which is called atmosphere. Air, water and land are necessary for life on the Earth. Some places on the Earth are flat. They are called plains. Some places on the Earth are covered with sand. They are called deserts. At some places, the land rises very high. These are called mountains. At some places, the land does not rise as high as the mountains. Such places are called hills. We have made many changes on the Earth. We have made bridges, dams, buildings, roads and factories on the Earth. The Earth is our home. Sometimes we damage our Earth by putting harmful things into the air, water and land. We must take care of it. It is our duty to keep the Earth clean. We should plant more and more trees to keep our Earth green and beautiful. Day and night, the Earth spins round and round. It moves from west to east. That is why we see the sun rising from the east. In the evening, the sun sets in the west. So, the sun seems to move from east to west. The side of the Earth facing the sun has day. The side away from the sun is dark. This side has night. Points to remember. The Earth is surrounded by a layer of air called atmosphere. Flat places on the Earth are called plains. The places covered with sand are called deserts. A very high raised land is called a mountain. Chapter 3. The Sun and the Shadow. The Sun. The sun is a huge ball of burning gases. It is red hot in color. It is full of extreme heat and light. It is so bright that we cannot look at it. It looks small because it is very far away from us. The sun gives us heat, light and energy. When the sun shines, the days become bright and warm. It is dark and cool at night when there is no sunshine. The sun is very useful to us. Sunlight makes the day fresh and bright. Plants need sunlight to make their food. Sunlight kills germs that cause diseases. The heat of the sun helps in evaporation. Light and shadow. We cannot see anything in the dark. We see an object when it is brought near the light. A shadow is a region of darkness where light is blocked. A shadow formed on the opposite side of the source of light. Length of a shadow. Go out in the sun in the morning. Look at your shadow. Ask anyone to measure the length of your shadow. Go out in the afternoon and look at your shadow. Now look at your shadow in the evening. You will see that the length of the shadows at different times of the day is different. Shadows are longer in the morning and evening, but shorter at noon. Points to remember. The sun is a huge ball of fire. It gives us heat, light and energy. A shadow is formed when an object blocks the light. A shadow is formed on the opposite side of the light. Shadows are longer in the morning and evening. Chapter 4. The Moon and the Stars. Moon. We can see the moon in the sky at night. It comes in a different shape every night. Though the moon shines at night, it has no light of its own. Landing onto the moon. 3 men landed on the moon in 1969. Neil Armstrong was one of them. He was the first man to step on the moon. After him, many people have landed on the moon. They have brought photographs, soil and pieces of rocks from the moon. There is no life on the moon because there is no air to breathe and water to drink on the moon. Stars. We see many stars twinkling in the sky at night. The stars are big balls of fire. There are millions of stars in the sky. Some stars are bright and some are dull. Some stars look big and some look small. The stars are much bigger than the moon and the earth, but they look small because they are very far away from the earth. We cannot see the stars during the daytime. It is because the sun is very bright. The sun is also a star. It is the nearest star to the earth. Points to remember. The moon looks different in sizes every night. The stars look very small because they are very far away from us. On some nights we cannot see the moon. Neil Armstrong was the first man to step on the moon. Chapter 5. Components of the Earth. Our Earth consists of rocks, soils and minerals. Let us study about them. Rocks. Rocks are found almost everywhere. They are found in the hills, in the mountains and in the valleys. They are also found under rivers and seabeds. Rocks are of many kinds and colors. Some rocks are soft and some are hard. Hard rocks are mostly used for construction purposes. Marble, granite and sandstone are hard rocks. Marble is a hard rock. It can be black, white, green or pink. The Taj Mahal is built of white marble. Granite is also a very hard rock. It is used to make floors. Sandstone is also a hard rock. It can be yellow, grey, brown or red in color. It is not as hard as marble or granite. The Red Fort in Delhi is made up of red sandstone. Slate, coal and chalk are soft rocks. We use coal in steam engines and chalk to write on the blackboard. We use slate to make the roofs of houses. Soil. The uppermost soft layer of the earth's surface is soil. All plants grow in the soil and get water and minerals from it. Soil also gives them a firm support to stand erect. Soil is also used for making mud houses and pots. Minerals. Different minerals combine to make rocks. Minerals are of different shades, shapes and sizes. Iron, gold, talc, graphite and china clay are minerals. Minerals are needed to make a variety of things we use every day. Mirrors are made up of silver and silica. China clay is used to make pots and sculpture. Chalk is made up of limestone. The middle of the pencil is made up of graphite. Gemstones. Gemstones are very expensive as they are very beautiful. They are very hard minerals. In their original forms, gemstones do not look beautiful. These are cut in various shapes and then polished. These are used commonly in jewelry, diamond, garnet, sapphire, ruby and emerald are gemstones. Do you know, the scientist who studies rocks is called a geologist. Points to remember. The earth is formed of rocks and soils. Granite, marble and sandstone are hard rocks. The Taj Mahal is made of white marble. All rocks are made up of minerals. Minerals are needed to make a variety of things. Chapter 6. Houses of different types. House is one of our basic needs. Everyone needs a house to live in. Houses protect us from heat, cold and rain. Types of houses. People live in different types of houses. Let us know about them. Gacha House. Gacha houses are made of mud, straw and bamboo. These houses are weak and last for a short time. These houses are generally found in villages. A wooden house is also a Gacha house. A Gacha house is also called a temporary house. Pakka house. Pakka houses are very strong. They last for many years. These houses are also called metalled houses. Pakka houses are made of bricks, cement and steel. They are therefore called permanent houses. Kinds of roofs. The roofs of houses are of different kinds. Some roofs may be flat while some may be sloping. At some places it rains or snows most of the time. At such places people make sloping roofs. Sloping roofs help rainwater and snow slide down quickly. In plains, people make houses with flat roofs. Some special houses, houseboat. A floating house on water is called a houseboat. These houses are found in lakes. Tourists visit Kashmir to enjoy their stay in houseboats. Igloo. Some people live in the Arctic regions around the North Pole. There is snow everywhere. So, these people make houses of snow to live in. These houses are called igloos. Snow houses or igloos have hemispherical roofs. Tent. A tent is made of canvas. It is portable. It can be folded easily. It is a temporary house. Nowadays, tents are made of synthetic materials. Tents are mainly used by mountaineers and army jawans during camping. Caravan. Some people move from place to place in search of food and water. These people are known as nomads, Banjara. These people live in houses having wheels. These houses are called caravans. Points to remember. A Gacha house is made of straw, bamboo and mud. A Pakka house is made of cement, steel, stones and bricks. A houseboat is a floating house. A house with wheels is known as a caravan. Chapter 7. Bones and Muscles. The human body is made up of bones and muscles. Bones and muscles hold all the parts of our body together. These bones and muscles are covered with skin. Together they give our body its shape. The skeleton. The framework of bones in our body is called the skeleton. The skeleton lies under the skin. Without a skeleton, we would not be able to stand straight. Bones. If you press your head, you will feel something hard. This hard part is the bone. Bones give shape and support to our body. They make the skeleton of a man. Bones are hard and stiff. There are 206 bones in the body of an adult human being. Some parts of our body feel soft. They do not have any bone. Our stomach and tongue do not have any bone. The point where two or more bones join together is called a joint. The joints help us to bend our body. Muscles. Muscles help us to move our body. These are attached to the bones. The bones and muscles work together. They help us in running, walking, swimming, and cycling. There are more than 600 muscles in our body. Some muscles are big like the muscles of our arms and legs. Some muscles are small like the muscles that move our eyes. There are muscles in our heart and stomach also, keeping our bones and muscles strong. Bones and muscles are a very important part of our body. We can keep them fit and healthy in the following ways. Exercise. Exercise makes our muscles stronger, so we should exercise regularly. Swimming, cycling, and playing are good exercises. Skipping is also a good exercise. Body posture. The manner in which we sit, stand, or walk is called our posture. We should sit, stand, or walk straight. Points to remember. The framework of bones in our body is called the skeleton. The skeleton lies under the skin. Bones are hard and give shape and support to our body. Muscles help us to move our body. Chapter 8. Eat healthy food. Food helps us to grow. It gives energy to our body. It also keeps us healthy and active. We cannot live without food. Food is very necessary and important for us. Different types of food. Different types of food help us in different ways. Therefore, we should eat different types of food in the right quantity. Some foods give us energy. We use energy to work and play. Rice, bread, butter, and sugar give us energy. They are called energy-giving foods. Some foods help our body to grow. Milk, meat, fish, eggs, and pulses. Dal help our body to grow. They also make our bones and muscles strong. They are called body-building foods. Some foods protect us from diseases and keep us healthy. These foods include fruits and vegetables. They are known as protective foods. Good food habits. We should eat fresh and clean food. Dirty food may have germs, dust, or dirt. It can make us sick. We should eat our breakfast, lunch, and dinner at fixed times. We must drink 8 glasses of water every day. Clean food helps us to stay healthy. It helps us to grow well. We use our hands to eat, so we must wash our hands with soap and water before and after every meal. We must chew our food well and eat slowly. We should not buy food from street vendors. This food contains dust and flies. We should brush our teeth in the morning and at night. Brushing helps to clean the food particles that are stuck between our teeth. Points to remember. Food keeps us healthy and strong. Food helps us to grow. It gives us energy to work and play. Food protects us from diseases. We must drink 8 glasses of water every day. Chapter 9. Safety Rules. You should always remember safety rules. You can always be safe if you know the safety rules at different places and follow them. Safety on the road. Always walk on the footpath. Cross the road only at the zebra crossing. If there is no zebra crossing, look to your right, then to your left, and again to your right. When the road is clear, cross the road. Cross the road only when the pedestrian light is green. The red light tells you to stop. Safety in the bus. While boarding a bus, always stand in a queue. Do not talk to the driver. Get up from your seat only when the bus reaches your stop. Do not get in or get off a moving bus. Do not take any part of your body out from the bus. Safety outside. Never play on the road. You may get hurt. Always play in a park, a playground, or a garden. Never ride a bicycle without holding the handle properly. Use a swimming tube if you are learning how to swim. Do not go alone for swimming. Safety at home. Keep your toys at their proper places. If you leave them on the floor, someone may trip and fall. Do not play with sharp tools like knives, pins, blades, scissors, and broken glasses. Never play with electric wires, fire, and electric appliances. Always play with your toys only. Do not touch electrical gadgets or switches with wet hands. Do not run on the stairs. Be kind and loving to your pets. First aid. What to do when you get hurt? Do not get scared if you get hurt. You must inform an elder person immediately. Your teachers at school or parents at home will always help you. They will give you first aid. First aid is the immediate help given to an injured person. If the need arises, they will take you to a hospital. Points to remember. We should always follow safety rules. Cross the road only at the zebra crossing. Do not get in or get off a moving bus. Be kind and loving to your pets. Chapter 1. Places of Worship. Different religions have different ways of worshipping God. Hence, their places of worship are also different. Let us learn about the different places of worship. Temple. The Hindus worship God in a temple. There are idols of Shiva, Rama, Krishna, Durga, Sita, Radha, etc. in the temple. The priest or the pujari looks after the temple. The holy books of the Hindus are the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, the Ramayana, and the Mahabharata. Mosque. The Muslims offer namaz in a mosque. Namaz is a kind of prayer. The Muslims offer namaz 5 times a day. On every Friday, there is a special namaz. The holy book of the Muslims is the Quran. Gurudwara. The Sikhs worship God in a Gurudwara. The Sikhs sing hymns in praise of God. These are called Gurbani. The holy book of the Sikhs is the Guru Granth Sahib. Church. The Christians offer prayers in a church. On every Sunday, there is a special prayer. The Christians sing special songs called hymns. The holy book of Christians is the Bible. People of other religions also live in our country. The Buddhists worship God in a temple called the pagoda. The Jains worship God in a temple called Derasar. The Parsis offer prayers in a fire temple. Their holy book is the Zend Avesta. We should respect all religions. All religions teach us about love, brotherhood, and the truth. Points to remember. The Hindus worship God in a temple. The Christians offer prayers in a church. The Muslims offer namaz in a mosque. The Sikhs sing Gurbani in a Gurudwara. Chapter 2. Our religious festivals. Festivals mark the occasion of joy and celebration. It is the time when people enjoy and have fun. Some festivals are of religious importance. They are celebrated by all the people of that religion. Such festivals are called religious festivals. We celebrate many religious festivals throughout the year in our country. Let us learn about some of the religious festivals of India. Dussehra. Dussehra falls in the month of October. It is celebrated in the honor of Lord Rama's victory over Ravana. The festival lasts for 10 days. People recall the story of Rama's life in the Ram Leela enacted for 9 nights. On the 10th day, the effigies of Ravana, Kumbhakarna and Meghnada are burned. Dussehra marks the victory of good over evil. It is also called Vijayadashmi. Diwali. Diwali is also called the Festival of Lights. It is celebrated to mark Lord Rama's return to Ayodhya. People decorate their houses and shops. They light up candles and diyas at night. Everywhere there is a flood of light. People wear new clothes and burn crackers on Diwali night. They worship Lord Ganesha and Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. Eid. Eid, also called Eid-ul-Fitr, is the most famous festival of the Muslims. It is celebrated just after the holy month of Ramzan. The Muslims keep a fast during this entire month. On Eid, people wear new clothes. They go to the mosque to offer namaz or prayers. They greet and wish one another, saying Eid Mubarak. A special sweet dish called sevaiya is prepared on this day. Christmas. Christmas is celebrated every year on December 25 to mark the birthday of Jesus Christ. People decorate their houses with Christmas trees and sing carols. They go to churches to offer special prayers. People wish one another, saying Merry Christmas and exchange gifts. Children wait eagerly for Santa Claus, who brings them gifts and presents. Guru Purab. The Sikhs celebrate the birthdays of their 10 gurus as Guru Purab.
The first Guru of the Sikhs was Guru Nanak Dev. On the eve of Guru Purab, the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy book of the Sikhs, is taken out in a big procession. In the morning of Guru Purab, the Sikhs visit Gurudwaras. They offer prayers and eat meal from a common kitchen called Guru Ka Langar. The Sikhs celebrate Guru Purab with great devotion. Harvest festivals. Cutting and gathering of ripe crops is called harvesting. People get money after the harvest when they sell their crops. So they celebrate festivals at this time. These are called harvest festivals. Let us know about the harvest festivals of India. Pongal. Pongal is a harvest festival. It is celebrated in Tamil Nadu. It falls in the month of January. Pongal is a 3-day festival. People clean their houses and make beautiful designs called kolam on the floor. They worship the rain god, the sun god, and the mother cow as they together bring a good harvest of crops. A special dish called Pongal rice is prepared on the second day. Onam. Onam is also a famous harvest festival. It is celebrated in Kerala. It falls in the month of August or September. People clean their houses and decorate the compounds of their houses with flowers. Elephants are decorated and taken out in a procession. Boat races are the most important events of Onam. These boats are called snake boats or chandans. Baisakhi. Baisakhi is a popular harvest festival of Punjab. It comes in the month of April. People sing and dance to the beats of drums. Baisakhi is famous for its Bhangra dance. Bihu. Bihu is the harvest festival of Assam. It is celebrated 3 times in a year, in spring, autumn, and winter. Points to remember. Dasara is celebrated in the honor of Lord Rama's victory over Ravana. Diwali is called the Festival of Lights. Christmas is the birthday of Jesus Christ. Bihu is a harvest festival of Assam. Chapter 3. National Festivals. Some festivals are celebrated across the country. They are of national importance. These festivals are celebrated by all the people of the country together. Such festivals are known as national festivals. Independence Day, Republic Day, and Gandhi Jayanti are the national festivals of India. Independence Day. Independence Day is celebrated on August 15 every year. On this day, in 1947, India became independent, that is, free from the British rule. Our Prime Minister unfurls the national flag at the Red Fort in Delhi on this day. He also addresses the nation. The national flag is also hoisted at all important buildings in villages, towns, and cities. We remember the sacrifices of our freedom fighters on this important day. Republic Day. Republic Day is celebrated on January 26 every year. On this day, in 1950, India became a republic. The main attraction of the Republic Day is the parade at Rajpath in New Delhi. The armed forces, police, scouts, and school children take part in the parade. The president takes the salute of the parade. Gandhi Jayanti. Gandhi Jayanti is celebrated on October 2 every year. It is the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. On this day, people offer prayers at his Samadhi at Rajghat in New Delhi. We remember his teachings. He taught us love, peace and truth. We lovingly call him Bapu. Points to remember. Republic Day is celebrated on January 26. Independence Day is celebrated on August 15. Gandhi Jayanti is celebrated on October 2. Chapter 4. Means of Transport. We travel for fun as well as for work. For that, we use different means of transport. These means of transport are also used for carrying goods from one place to another. Means of transport are basically of three types: land transport, air transport, and water transport. Land transport. Land transport includes animals and other vehicles that move on land. In forests, elephants carry logs of wood. Reindeer and dogs pull sledges on snow-covered land. In hilly areas, ponies and mules carry people and goods. In villages, horses and bullocks pull tongas and carts respectively. Camels are the only means of transport in deserts. That is why the camel is called the ship of the desert. People use buses, vans, trucks, cars, scooters, and motorcycles as means of transport in cities. Trains are good for traveling long distances. Trains also carry bulky goods from one place to another. In big cities, people use local trains for traveling within the city. Delhi, Kolkata, and Bengaluru have modern local trains also. They are called metro trains. Air transport. Aeroplanes are the fastest means of transport. Aeroplanes and helicopters are the main means of air transport. They move in the air. They can travel long distances in a very short time. Aeroplanes need a good airport to land and take off. Helicopters are used for flying over short distances. They also carry people and goods to remote areas like hills and forests. Water transport. The main means of water transport are boats, steamers, ferries, and ships. They move on water. Boats and steamers carry people and goods across rivers. Ships carry people and goods to distant places across the seas and oceans. A place where ships are loaded and unloaded is called a port. Points to remember: Delhi, Kolkata, and Bengaluru have metro trains. Aeroplanes are the fastest means of transport. We need means of transport to carry passengers and goods. Chapter 5. Means of Communication. Means of communication help us to keep in touch with our near and dear ones. Let us know about the different means of communication in this chapter. Letters. There are different forms of letters like postcards, envelopes, inland letters, and aerograms. We can get them from a post office. Letters take 3 to 4 days to reach their addressees. People used to send urgent messages through telegrams, but this facility has now been discontinued only recently. In a telegram, messages were written very briefly. The telegram reached the addressee in a few hours. Once letters were the most common means of communication, but nowadays people avoid writing letters as they take too much time to reach the addressees. Telephone. Telephone is the quickest means of communication. Every telephone has a specific number. We have to dial that number for a personal talk. For other cities, we dial a subscriber trunk dialing
STD code, and for other countries, we use International Subscriber Dialing ISD code before the receiver's mobile or telephone numbers. We can use a mobile phone to make and receive calls when we are on a journey. We can also send and receive messages by mobile phones. Mobile phones are easy to carry in our pockets. Mobile phones have brought a revolution in the field of communication. Television. Television has become the most popular means of communication. We not only hear the news but also see the picture of the person reading the news on the television. We can also watch live telecast programs on a television. Radio. A radio broadcasts news and other programs through the air. It sends the news to a large number of people at a time. A person who does not know reading and writing can also hear and understand news on a radio. The radio also brings us many entertainment programs. Newspapers. Newspapers are the cheapest means of communication. They provide news in a printed form to a large number of people at a time. Computer. The latest means of communication is the computer. It has all the advantages of other means of communication. It can carry sound, picture as well as written text. Points to remember. Telephone is the quickest means of communication. Television is the most popular means of communication. Computer is the latest means of communication. Chapter 6. Safety comes first. Accidents generally happen when we are careless. If we follow safety rules, we can avoid accidents. We should follow safety rules everywhere. Safety at home. Don't play with sharp objects. You can cut your hand or fingers. Don't play with matches or fire. You can burn yourself. Don't play with electrical wires, switches and gadgets. You can get an electric shock. Don't fly kites on roofs with no boundary walls. Safety on road. Always keep to the left on roads. Always walk on the footpath. If there is no footpath, walk on the safe side of the road. Cross the road at a zebra crossing only. Do not run or play on the road. Obey the traffic lights. The red light says, stop. The yellow light says, wait. The green light says, go. Safety at the bus stop. Never board or get down a moving bus. Make a queue at the bus stop. Do not talk to the driver. Don't peep out of the window of a moving bus. Safety in the playground. Be fair in the game. Wait for your turn. Don't play near a pond or river. Always play a safe game. Safety in the swimming pool. Never go out for swimming alone. Don't go deep into the pool. Always use your swimming costume and swimming tube. Never go swimming just after a meal. Points to remember. We must follow safety rules. Safety rules save us from accidents. We should never go out for swimming alone. Chapter 7. Our Earth. Our Earth is a special planet. It has air, water, and land. Thus, life is possible only on this planet. The shape of the Earth is almost round. Physical features. Land covers only about 1/3 of the Earth's surface. We grow food and build houses on the land. There are different types of land. Hill. A high piece of land with a pointed top is called a hill. Hills are cooler than plains. Plain. A large area of flat land is called a plain. Plains are suitable for growing crops. Some plains are very fertile. Mountain. A very high hill is called a mountain. Often mountains are covered with snow. Some mountains have thick forests. Plateau. A high land with almost flat surface is called a plateau. It is also called a tableland. A plateau is not good for growing crops. Valley. A valley is a lowland between two hills or mountains. It often has a river flowing through it. The land of a valley is also very fertile. Desert. A desert is a large area of land thickly covered with sand. It has very little water and very few plants. Life is very tough in a desert. Island. A piece of land surrounded by water is called an island. An island has a pleasant weather. Water bodies. Water covers about 3/4 of the Earth's surface. There are small and big water bodies. Let's study about them. River. A river is a kind of channel through which water flows continuously. Rivers often flow down the mountains. River has two sides called its banks. Pond. A pond is a small pool of water. Rainwater collects in the pond. It usually dries in summer. Lake. A water body surrounded by land is called a lake. People enjoy boating in the lakes. Sea and ocean. A sea is a huge water body. An ocean is even bigger than a sea. Water of the sea and ocean is salty. We cannot use it. Points to remember. The earth is made up of land and water. Plain, plateau, hill, mountain, valley, island and forest are the main landforms. Pond, river, lake, sea and ocean are the main water bodies. Chapter 8. Directions and Time. Look at the picture and learn the 4 sides. The dog is in front of the man. The cat is behind him. The cow is on his right. The elephant is on his left. Here the words in front of, behind, right and left are sides. They help us to locate things in our surroundings. Directions. In the morning the sun rises in the east. It sets in the evening in the west. The words east and west are the names of directions. There are 4 main directions: east, west, north and south. Stand early in the morning facing the rising sun. Stretch both your arms as shown in the picture. Your face is towards the east. Your back is towards the west. Your right arm is towards the south. Your left arm is towards the north. The directions help us to locate things in the neighborhood, town or city. In which direction is your school from your house? Directions on a map. There are 4 directions. They help us to locate a place on a map. Look at the given map. The top of the map shows the north. The bottom of the map shows the south. The right of the map indicates the east. The left of the map indicates the west. All the maps have the same pattern of showing the directions: east, west, north, south. Time. The sun also helps us know the time. The time when the sun rises is called morning. We get up early in the morning. We take breakfast in the morning. We go to school in the morning. Slowly, the sun moves towards the west. When its rays fall directly on our head, we call it midday or noon. Then the sun seems to move downwards. The time just after the noon is called afternoon. We have lunch in the afternoon. Then the sun begins to set in the west. The time of the sunset is called evening. We go to the park in the evening. Soon it becomes dark. The moon and the stars appear in the sky. We call it night. We take our dinner at night. After dinner, we go to bed. Points to remember. There are 4 sides in all: in front of, back, right and left. There are 4 main directions: east, west, north and south. The sun helps us to find out the directions and the time. Chapter 9. Different seasons. We are surrounded by air. The condition of air at a place and time with regard to temperature, wind and rain is called weather. Weather changes from place to place and time to time. When the weather remains constant for a long period of time, we We call it a season. Seasons are mainly of three kinds: summer, winter, and rainy. Summer season. The summer season starts from April and lasts till June. In this season, the sun is very hot during the day. Hot dry winds called lu blow during the daytime. The days are long and the nights are short. We wear light and loose cotton clothes. We use fans and coolers. We enjoy having cold drinks and ice creams. Winter season. The winter season starts from October and lasts till February. Cold winds blow during winters. The days are short and the nights are long. We wear woolen clothes to keep ourselves warm. We use room heaters and like to drink hot tea and coffee. Sometimes it snows on a very cold day in the hills. People enjoy the snowfall. Rainy season. The rainy season starts from July and lasts till September. There are dark clouds in the sky. Cool, wet winds called monsoons blow from the sea. These winds bring heavy rain. We use raincoats and umbrellas in the rainy season. Rivers and ponds fill up with water. The crops in the fields get water. The earth looks green again. Children enjoy the rains. They float paper boats. Do you like the rainy season? Spring season. Besides these seasons, there is also a short season called the spring. March is the month of spring. Spring is a very pleasant season. It brings happiness because it is neither too hot nor too cold. The trees are full of flowers and new leaves. Children like to go out on picnics. The spring season is also called the Queen of the Seasons. Points to remember. The condition of the air around the earth is called weather. Rainy season is also known as monsoon. The three main seasons in India are summer, rainy, and winter. Spring season is also called the Queen of the Seasons. Chapter 10. The Tale of the Wheel. The early man has to travel long distances on foot. There was no means of transport at that time. He had to carry his load on his back. With the passage of time, the early man made a sledge. The sledge was a cart without wheels. It could move on a smooth surface with ease. But it was difficult to pull it on a rough surface. So he tamed animals to pull these sledges over long distances. When the early man saw a log rolling down the hill, he got the idea of making a wheel. The first wheel must have been round logs of wood. Loads could be rolled along over several such round logs. The early man made wheels by cutting round pieces from a log. He made holes in the center of these round pieces. Then he fixed them to the sledges. In this way, the early man invented the wheel. The sledges with wheels could now be easily pulled or pushed to carry heavy loads. In course of time, the early man began to use wheels in all the carts. The wheeled cart could carry heavy load to long distances with speed. Thus, the wheel made traveling very easy. Gradually, the early man made light wheels. The story of wheels is still going on. Man is making wheels with different materials. Nowadays, almost all vehicles and machines move on wheels. In this way, the invention of the wheel was one of the most important inventions in the life of man. Points to remember. The early man would have got the idea of making a wheel from a round log rolling down a hill. The invention of the wheel made traveling very easy.